All right, the next product that is officially coming out today is the Holy Moly plunger support assembly. I called it the Holy Moly because I understand, and I want you to understand that I know it's big and ridiculous, but it's completely necessary. I've been running this for a long time now, and I absolutely love it. And I haven't been a shoulder bolt, haven't done anything. My plunger lasts longer. My plunger stays more true up rather than kind of twisted and turned in there from the spring pressure and the force of the cam. And so it's just kind of go through what the typical problems are. You basically have a plunger and you have a spring down inside here, and you've got a shoulder bolt with basically a hardened bushing right there. And that bush, the cam comes down and hits that bushing, and we create a force that is actually going like this. And then even worse off is what happens is it starts to force into our cast here. And so it's actually putting pressure on the shoulder bolt and pushing it down in the cast and creating a little channel right there, or not. It's increasing the width of that channel and creating a little groove where, anyways, it makes it more likely for us to bend shoulder bolts in the future. And the answer has always been, let's just put a stronger spring back here, and that's kind of what typically everybody offers. And I've always hated that. I think that's the worst thing you can do, because you're putting more spring pressure here and making more required pressure to come down on it, and it's putting more pressure on that shoulder bolt, which typically ends up bending or breaking at some point. Most people who run their presses a lot on an auto drive have seen that quite a bit and have a handful to replace. So what we're doing now is we're going to use keep the stock spring in your plunger, and then we've got a rod right here, kind of a little guide rod right here for that bearing, and it has a spring loaded behind it, and it's actually a stronger spring pressure than what's behind here. And then we've got this piece right here that's hardened A2, and that's going to be our new wear point on the. So there's actually nothing touching the cast right here, so our Dylan is going to last forever in this area. And even this is super hard, and I doubt you'll ever wear into it. And then, so we also added two bearings. So you've got a bearing right here where the cam comes down, and then there's a bearing inside this groove right here, and that's what rides along your A2 right there. And so, yeah, I've been super happy with it, and very excited to get this to launch. The downfall is you have to buy my case feed tube adapter. So that's what this is. It's orange right now. It's pretty damn orange. It's a lot of orange, and I like orange, but I think we might change it a little bit and maybe make this back plate orange or something like that instead. So color to be determined. We'd love your opinion on it. So this one will only work with this. The nice thing about this, though, that it created for me is we can actually set this on here, and now when we bolt it down, we're going to bolt down on both sides of this. So typically you have our plastic ones, and you'll actually see that as it's cycling, you'll see just a little tilt up with your plastic, because that's the pressure from the plunger actually pushing up against it. And so this time we're actually bolting down against both sides, and it's going to last us really long. But is what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the video. I'm going to put this together, put some cases in the case feeder, and then I'll just let you watch it run. All right, so I'll just go ahead and turn it on. I'll try to move the camera around a little bit to where you can see how good it feeds in there. It won't be much different than anything you've seen, other than this is just going to last forever. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and turn it on. So the speed it's running is 3840. So I have this mounted on the iNex, which I'm going to have out to the market this week as well, which I'm super excited about. You can kind of see I'm starting to get everything, have some color on it, and Yeah, this I am in love with. It's probably my favorite product I've come out with so far. Um, Inside here, you can use your, so this is just a cover for 9mm. So this piece is built out of aluminum. This back piece is aluminum. I'm probably going to switch it to steel just so it matches. So these are steel is right in here. Um, and then, so if you're running the pneumatic decapping system, I have this available for purchase. Again, it's a big old honking, holy moly, what was he thinking kind of deal, but it'll just mount here on the back here in place. And then when that rod comes down and pushes back, that's what's actually hitting your actuator, um, actuating your pneumatic decapping system and putting that pin down and knocking the primer out. So I have all the calibers built for this, just 3D printed, but it's just to get the spec right and everything like that. And so there are some taller calibers that I am requiring that you purchase my plunger through. You guys have known my plungers for forever. There is some slight changes to this that I think is even going to improve the feeding just a little bit. So if you're like 223 or 308 or 6.5 or 30 out, and I've actually built them for 30-06 now. So I've got plungers for those that are going to work really well. In addition, I'm building medium caliber plungers. So if you're running like 38 special or 357, maybe 10mm, some of these that are taller, we're actually going to do the same idea, and we're going to bring that plunger taller for those cases because we can. So it's more of a very caliber specific. There's no one size fits all on this press or on this setup here. So yeah, I know this video has been long, but I wanted to go into a lot of detail on what it is. So when you go on and purchase it, everything is on sale right now. It'll be on sale for the next week. Basically is what you're going to do is you're going to see the actually plunger support adapter. There'll be a link on that page that you can go and buy your caliber specific tube adapter, your case feed tube adapter. And then if you've got a pneumatic decapping system, which a lot of you do, and yeah, or if you're wanting to purchase that, that's going to be available this week as well. And you can go ahead and purchase this adapter right here as well. So yeah, hope you guys like it, and holy moly, I know it's ridiculous, but let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, I appreciate your orders you guys have given me. Thanks.